Hello, I'm Nicole Nichols, and this is City Critters. On February 3rd, people around the nation celebrated Chinese New Year. According to Chinese astrology, 2011 is the year of the rabbit, which many believe it will bring peace and tranquility. Well, here at Nevada Humane Society, we're celebrating rabbits for a completely different reason. Because rabbits and small animals make great pets. When we come back, we'll talk about what makes small animals so special.
Guys, I'm afraid yesterday was all a dream, and I'll wake up and still be in the shelter. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to City Critters. We all know that cats and dogs are the traditional pets, but according to the American Pet Supply Association, small animals are the third most popular pets in the United States, accounting for about 15.9 million. Usually when people come to a shelter, they're considering adopting a cat or a dog to fulfill their furry friend needs. But small animals can really be wonderful pets. They're very interactive, can be quite playful, and very adorable. Small animals include such critters as rabbits, guinea pigs, mice, rats, hamsters, gerbils, and ferrets. They can entertain us for hours and often surprise us with their intelligence. If you give it some thought, you might just find that your perfect pet is of the smaller variety. But it's important to know that not all small pets are for everyone. If you're considering bringing a small animal into your family, here are a few things that you want to consider. Hamsters, mice, gerbils, rats make great pets for small children. They're pretty easy to care for and are very interactive. On the other hand, rabbits require more gentle care because of their fragile spines and may not be as appropriate for small children. Small animals such as rabbits and ferrets are very social, have high energy, and require a lot of attention. While a guinea pig is pretty low energy, doesn't really mind being in the same spot most of the time. Finally, gerbils, mice, they have about a lifespan of 1 to 3 years. So if you're looking for a little bit longer of a commitment, ferrets, rabbits, guinea pigs, they have a lifespan of about 8 to 10 years. So whether you choose a gerbil or a rabbit, small animals can make great pets and companions. So check them out. When we come back, we're going to speak with a small animals volunteer who's going to tell us why rabbits make such great pets. Welcome back. With me today is Jennifer Bradley. She's a small animal volunteer, fosters bunnies for Nevada Humane Society, and I think even has a few bunnies of your own at home.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Nicole, I'd like you to meet Trooper.
Hi, Trooper. How you doing? Oh, he's beautiful. Tell me a little bit about who you have here.
He's a wonderful young bunny. He was in my foster care for 2 months, along with 3 of his brothers. And we have good news, as 2 of his brothers have already been adopted.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, he's a lovely bunny who's available for adoption now here at the Humane Society.
So he's looking for his very own home now, too.
Absolutely.
Jennifer, tell me, why rabbits? What makes rabbits such great pets?
Rabbits are great pets. A lot of people are attracted to owning a bunny because they're really quiet. But once they discover how smart they are and how intrigued they are by their behaviors, they fall in love with them. You know, lots of people think that bunnies are just bigger versions of guinea pigs and hamsters.
Sure.
They think that rabbits are rodents, but they're not. Rabbits are actually lagomorphs. They're more closely related to deer than they are to rodents.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Isn't that fascinating?
It is fascinating.
Yes, as there are many other things that are really fascinating about bunnies.
Well, that brings me to my next question. Are there any special considerations for someone who is interested in bringing a rabbit into their family?
Great question. Really, there are a number of things. Rabbits have really special food requirements. They also need a lot of exercise, so their housing has to be appropriate. And also, they require a tremendous amount of socialization. Rabbits really love the company of other rabbits. I like to see rabbits be adopted out in pairs, actually, for that reason. But also, they love to interact with their human owners as well.
That's great. Would you recommend rabbits as a good pet for young children?
Well, I think that depends on the child and the rabbit. As a general rule, rabbits don't make ideal pets for small children. Rambunctious children are just anxious to hold what they think is a cuddly bunny. And rabbits often don't like to be picked up. But if you have a very quiet-natured child, and certainly older children can follow the rules and the guidelines of being very gentle and still around a bunny, and a bunny can make a great pet for a young child, older child.
Here's a question I've always had. You find around Easter a lot of bunnies are being adopted, but just a few months later, shelters are suddenly flooded with bunnies being surrendered. Why do you think that is?
Bunnies are the iconic symbol of spring and of Easter. Lots of people impulsively want to put a bunny in a basket as a photo op on Easter Sunday, but quickly learn that they don't have the time or the energy to devote to such an animal, and often they're abandoned in parks or along the side of the road, and if they're fortunate enough, they end up here at the Humane Society.
Yeah. So it's important to really understand the kind of pet that you're bringing into your home before you actually adopt it.
Yes, and that's probably true for all pets, but I think it's especially true for bunnies because there are so many misconceptions about them.
Jennifer, if there's one thing that you could share with anyone out there who's interested in bringing a bunny into their home, what would that be?
I think that there is a bunny for everyone, actually, and I think if you do your research, rabbit.org is a website that's run by the House Rabbit Society, and it's an invaluable information about how to care and feed and love a bunny.
Wonderful, Jennifer. Thank you for being with us today.
Well, thank you for having me and having me talk about bunnies.
You locate your nearest shelter, you go down there, and you pick out the perfect match for you. Me.
Nevada Humane Society is in the process of introducing new ambassadors. Meet our dog and cat mascot. Cat made its first appearance at the cat convention last month. Dog will make his debut at Doggypalooza coming up in March. As of yet, they are still unnamed, but we are taking suggestions via our Facebook page. Winners will be announced at the end of the month. Speaking of Doggypalooza, don't forget to mark your calendar. On March 5th, Nevada Humane Society will transform itself into all things dog. From lovables to pocket pups, we'll have dogs available for adoption, dog and pet supply vendors, entertainment. It'll be a lot of fun. We hope to see you there. We've all heard the expression, "oh rats." Well, that's what staff at Nevada Humane Society said last week when 2 female rats and their newborn litters of babies were surrendered, resulting in a colony of 27 rats. Mom and babies are currently in a foster home and will be available for adoption soon. And that's all for this edition of Nevada Humane Society News. Talk about Doggypalooza. Well, Lily Walker, our special events manager, is here to tell us more about it. So Lily, what's the scoop with Doggypalooza?
Okay, so Doggypalooza is on Saturday, March 5th, and it's basically our premier dog event. It'll be from 10 until 6:30 p.m. here at the shelter, and we're just going to showcase everything about dogs. We'll have vendors, we'll have demonstrations, we'll have lots of dogs for adoption. We'll have it'll be a great day of fun for dogs. I will be showcasing basically 5 dog groups here in the shelter: our pocket pups, our lovables, which are our bully breeds, our fetching friends, our busy buddies, and our older but wiser dogs. And these are, 5 really great groups of dogs that we have a lot of here at the shelter, and they're awesome adoptable dogs. And so if you love dogs as much as we love dogs, we encourage you to come down that day and come to our Doggypalooza, and it'll just be a lot of fun. You could adopt a dog like this. We'll have quite a number of little dogs, like a little Emmy here, that are just, waiting for someone to come in and take them home and give them their forever home. And, what's great about Nevada Humane Society is we have dogs for every lifestyle, for every family. If you have an active family, if you have a family of couch potatoes and, sports watchers, we have the dog for you.
Well, thank you, Lily. We hope to see all of you at Doggypalooza. That's all for City Critters today. Thank you for watching.